welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Ashley. So today's video is going to be the long awaited setting powder collection. So I'm going to tell you all about all the setting powders that I have and rank them essentially. So let's get into it. So at the top of the food chain, I know it is luxury, but she's at the top of the food chain. So it is the Chanel powder, the Universal Libre. This is a natural finish loose powder. OMG. Like, that's just really all I have to say about this powder. I'm speechless, as you can see, because she just like checks all the boxes. She is super matte. She makes me last all day. Finely milled. Like I really can't describe this powder enough. So like, this is what it looks like. It is so finely milled. Like, it just, you see how it just disappears? This powder was handcrafted by the gods. Okay, it is the bomb. Absolutely in love with this powder. I will pick up another one, and they also do have ones that are colored. So if you don't want a translucent powder and you're looking for a powder more so towards your complexion, they definitely do make deeper colors in this powder. So I do want to try and pick a deeper one up to see how that looks. But listen, I wore this for the day of my birthday photo shoot, and I was literally matte from 9 o'clock in the morning until 10 o'clock at night. I think I might have just touched up once and just changed my lipstick. That was all. And I only touched up because I was changing my look. So I just wanted to be powdered fresh, but I didn't really need a touch up. Immaculate. That's the best way to describe this Chanel loose setting powder. Next up, you know, we gotta go on with the OGs, okay? You know, Laura gives it to us. So this is Laura Mercier's translucent and medium deep setting powder, and I also have another powder from her. So this is her glow version. I don't believe it's in stores. I think you have to order from her website, but let me just show you all. I will never need to purchase another one of these again. So this is what the glow powder looks like, and like, y'all have to see this. Like, look at how gorgeous that is. Absolutely stunning. So this is bomb in the summertime. If you're going on vacation, honey, this will get you together. Like, it looks so beautiful. It's just like an effortless glow. Like, it doesn't necessarily look like you have highlighter on exactly, but you look very sun-kissed. So this is the translucent medium deep. This is her glow powder. So this is separate from the setting powders, but it's also a loose setting powder as well, so that's why I included it. But I really just use this to highlight or just to give me like a nice glow. So I have the new Laura Mercier. This is the one formulated without talc. This is the new one that's also supposed to be blurring, and we are using her today. So I did a review on the setting powder. If you haven't checked it out, please do so. And the OG, honey, the medium deep. So I use these powders on my clients. I prefer powders that are reliable, so that's why I do tend to use them on my clients, because I don't really have any issues with these and they eat every time. Okay, so translucent medium deep, you can always use this to set your face. If I am having like a no makeup day, I go in with my medium deep translucent, because this is literally my skin tone. I wish this came pressed. This would be dope if it came pressed. If this came pressed and this came pressed, they would be dope. But yes, definitely OGs. If you don't have Laura, she's a staple. Next up, you know, we have to go into Huda Beauty, okay? So this is her Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder in Blondie. So Blondie is more of a, she's fine milled. She's fine milled as well, but it has like a little bit of a yellow hint to it. I do have Kunafa. I cannot find her, but she's more yellow. So I decided like, okay, it's a little too yellow, so I just wanted to get a brighter powder, and I picked this up. But Huda Beauty's powder is bomb. Like, I love Huda Beauty's products mainly because they're all full coverage, but it's full coverage and flawless, so that's the part. And still hasn't given us a foundation powder, okay? Not that glow business. I want like Studio Fix powder from Huda, okay? That's what we're looking for. So again, Huda, like, let's get the ball rolling. But this powder is bomb. If you are looking for a good setting powder, she checks all the boxes as well. off the chain. Next up, for some flawless powders, we have one size. This is the ultimate setting powder. I have translucent and medium deep. Oh, dark deep, I should say. Translucent and dark deep. Now, these powders are bomb. Work very well with the concealer. I will say, maybe not all concealers. I did try and switch this up with a different concealer. Which one was it? I think my Dior one. I didn't really like how it looked, but I'm still playing around. Like I've said on my channel, I like products that play well with one another. Some things don't mesh well, so you know, now I know, like, okay, I can't mix those. But Patrick Starr definitely did his thing when he created these powders. They're bomb, they're flawless. All of his products are actually flawless. He definitely has one of the best concealers out in the game also. If you haven't tried it out and you're looking for a new bomb one, his is good also. But yeah, these powders are flawless. The pigment, it's just bomb. It really gives you like an airbrush finish. And I like to mix the two of these, so sometimes I'll just use a translucent or I'll mix them, and it just gives you the best of both worlds. Okay, when we want to talk about flawlessly beat, I mean, yes, these all give us flawless. Like, I love a good flawless setting powder, but we also cannot forget Dermablend. Okay, Dermablend gives spackle. Okay, this is definitely great if you have like vitiligo or if you need to cover any tattoos. This brand will be great for you. It's very full coverage, very high pigment. It gets the job done. So this is Dermablend Professional's Loose Setting Powder. I have it in Warm Saffron. This powder is bomb. Like, I definitely use this. I haven't picked it up as often as I should, but this is what Warm Saffron looks like. It sets the under eye beautifully, gives it a little bit of color, and the coverage is bomb. So I picked this up when Ulta Beauty was having their 21 Days of Beauty. Other than that, yes, you'd have to get it full price, but if you are looking to purchase, either you could wait the year for it to spin the block, or you could just go out, test it out for yourself. But Dermablend gives the business. I also want to try the translucent. I heard the translucent is bomb. I was a little scared to try the translucent, so I don't really have too many translucent powders, to be honest. A lot of them have color, except for like the Chanel and the Laura and the one size, but I definitely want to try the translucent because I've heard nothing but good things. Okay, for a second, we got to take it back, honey. We got to take it back. Do you remember the year when everybody was obsessed with highlighting and banana powder? That was like the year everybody found out about Kim Kardashian's makeup artist, Mario, I think it's Dedenovic. Don't, you know, come for me if I didn't pronounce it correctly. My apologies. But yes, that was when the banana powder era took off. So I don't have banana powder because I honestly thought, like, okay, this didn't go well with my complexion. I didn't think it went well, so I picked up Camel. So this is the Mojave Luxury Powder. One thing about Ben Nye, honey, they serve with some powders, okay? I use the foundation powders on my clients. It always leaves them so flawless. But this was Camel. So this was like my first real setting powder when I started doing my makeup. My cousin had a different one. I can't remember which one she had, but it was another one that was very popular aside from the banana. But I couldn't get my hands on that one, so I picked up Camel. But Camel is an OG. I actually like need to run this back. Like, look at this. I need to take this for a spin. I need to do a video where I use all of my OG products. Alrighty, so this might come by a surprise for you, but Too Faced definitely had some bomb setting powders. So I picked this up when they had a sale. I think I got these for like 15 or so each. So this is the Peach Perfect Mattifying Loose Setting Powder. It's infused with peach and sweet fig milk. So I have translucent peach whisper and translucent caramelized peach. First of all, these smell amazing. Let's start there. Like, I can't get enough of smelling this. I'm just trying to figure out. I love the fact that Too Faced products are scented. I know there are a lot of people out there who do not like scented products. I am one of those. And I love me a good scented product. And peaches, I love peaches. I can't eat the fruit, but that's a story for another day. But I could eat it in like a dessert, but I can't eat the fruit by itself. Allergies are a hell of a thing, let me tell you. But this is the powder. Like, it's just finely milled and just disappears. It's giving the same effect as Chanel, and also the Chanel does filter you, baby. It leaves you flawless, and so does this powder. I haven't picked it up in some time. Now I gotta dig to the back, but these powders were bomb. I got them on sale. One of my friends put me on Fame, honey. Thank you, darling. He put me on to them, and I haven't used them in a while, but the powders are like, it's definitely bomb. Hopefully they still have them if you do want to check them out, but I would check the website to see if they're still available. Show you all what Caramelized Peach looks like. This is what it looks like. That yellow undertone to it. It just blends in with the concealer and flawless. I definitely do need to take these for a spin again. I spent too much time on this one, but this was in the videos of the products that I regret purchasing. I'm sorry. I'm a Fenty stan, but this powder just didn't do it for me. This is Nutmeg. This is the Pro Filter Instant Retouch Setting Powder. Did not like. I have not used this actually since I purchased it. And it's like a beautiful color. Absolutely beautiful, but it just doesn't do it for me. This is going to be given away. And with that one, honey, we gotta throw in Sasha Buttercup. So I'm pretty sure, don't get me wrong, I am West Indian, honey. You know I love to support my Trini sisters, but this powder just didn't do it for me. And the girls are still using them, and it's looking very yellow and golden, but that's a conversation for another day. Oh, I found Kunafa. Here she is. So let's open her up. She's the same size as like my Maybelline Fit Me powder, so she blended right in. So this is Kunafa. It's a little bit more golden, more yellow, but not too bad. So, you know, I still use her from time to time, but depending on like what concealer and what foundation I'm wearing, I do gravitate more towards Blondie. Alrighty, so let's get into drugstore powders, if that's what y'all are waiting for. So these are the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powders. Now these are not necessarily setting powders. I know loose setting powder and loose finishing powder kind of sound similar, but they're a little bit different. So for loose setting powder, you can use that under your under eye. You know, you want to set your concealer with that. Loose finishing powder, that's going to be usually for the entire face, but I essentially use them both for the same thing. The only thing I will say is, as bomb as these powders are, you don't want to bake with them. You will get flashback. So I have medium deep 30 and deep 35. So if I do want to slice those cheekbones, I'll go in with deep 35 because it's a little bit deeper in color, as you can see. So it won't look ashy, it won't give me like a cast, but you'll be able to define the cheekbones. And then this is 30, so this shows up a little bit brighter. Let me see if I could swatch this powder. This is what 30 comes up as. So you see how it's sitting there like that? So I would recommend not baking with it, because it will hold on to whatever is under your under eye, and you know, you don't want any flashback. So when I do use it, I just go in lightly with my sponge, just enough to give me the coverage that I'm looking for, and then I leave it at that. Super affordable. You can find them at your local Walgreens, Walmart, CVS, drugstore. So drugstore finishing powder, these will be for you. Next up, we have Laura Mercier's Translucent Honey. Now this is also in my purchases I regret, honey. This just didn't do it. I am so glad I did not buy the full size. Y'all don't know how happy I am that I did not purchase a full size. So this is what Translucent Honey looks like. It's supposed to be some sort of like an in-between a little bit, but I just mixed the two. This is what Translucent Honey looks like. Not really a fan. Actually not a fan. Let me be more decisive. Not a fan. So now we are going into the best for last, black owned, baby. We're gonna wrap this with some melanin, okay? So lastly, we are going in with the Huda Beauty. This is the Trip and Smooth Powder in Light. Now if you have not seen my review, honey, what are you really doing? After this, log off and go check out my review on this setting powder. So this setting powder was bomb. It literally left me flawless, okay? And it has just like this dope shape. This is just dope altogether. So you dip your sponge or your brush in the center to get the product that you need. It's like very finely milled, almost like dust. Like, we love a finely milled powder, honey, because Trip and Smooth, it is very smooth, so it's very fitting. I was actually going to get the deeper shade of this, but it was out of stock, so I said, well, let me just get it anyway, because I could always just use a deeper concealer with it so I can tone down the brightness. I don't like too bright of an under eye, but I still want it to look like I'm awake and snatched. But the light just did the trick, to be quite honest, so it was perfect for me. And lastly, you know, we gotta go with Mother. So this is Pat McGrath Labs Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Setting Powder. Now this is in light medium too. This powder legit melts into whatever product it's setting. Like it just melts. When I dip my sponge in it and I place it like on the concealer, it just melts right in. It looks absolutely gorgeous. This is the powder. The one thing is I don't like the concealer, so it's just so disappointing because this is the powder right here. It's just like it literally melts. It's just really disappointing that the concealer didn't work for me because I love how it just melted in and became one. But you know, it still works with my other products, so you know, we still gonna take it for a spin. But this concludes my setting powder collection wrap up. So beauties, let me know if there's anything else that you have questions about, if there are some other powders that you're looking to try out, or if there are other powders that you want me to test out, just let me know. Leave some comments down below. You can DM me, whichever works for you. But beauties, thank you as always for the continued support. If you're new, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell notification button so you know when I upload. And as always beauties, until next time, thanks for watching.